Good afternoon. I just wanted to jump on real quick, and I was trying to make a video last night of my dinner preparation, showing you a little bit what I ate for dinner and how I prepared it. I had a little bit of issue with my phone, so I think I'm going to go ahead and post last night's dinner. I'm going to post it today, and hopefully that the video is okay quality. I'm at work now, and it is so hot. My car says it's 99 degrees, so it's really hot, but it's summertime, right? So I'm gonna share that, and then I will talk to you at the end of the video. And so we'll get started with last night's dinner. Bye. Okay, first I'm going to cut up some of these Brussels sprouts. I just kind of trim the outside layer off and cut the stem off, and then cut them in half. I could eat Brussels sprouts every day. I just think they're so good. I just saute them in a pan with a little bit of olive oil and some salt and pepper and garlic powder. Or you can use just minced garlic too. Yes, I'm using a fillet knife to cut these. It's just really sharp. It's the sharpest knife I have. This is a pretty quick and easy meal for after work. Time I get home from work, I'm really hungry. So I don't like to take too long to prepare dinner. So this is just all stovetop. It's so hot, I don't really want to turn my oven on right now. So I'm just going to cook everything on top of the stove. One thing I've learned about preparing my food, a lot of the differences are the amount of fats and things that I use. There are healthy fats, but you can also go overboard with eating them too. You want to just use fats minimally because it adds so many calories to your food. I used to not really watch calories. I just watched carbs. But then I figured out that's not okay with my body. I was eating way too many calories for my activity level and things, and my age. I'm just going to put some garlic powder in here. And I'm just going to kind of cook these slow while I get the fish ready. But I was going to mention also that I put an app on my phone. I think it's called, I'll have to check, and maybe I'll put it in the description box. I think it's called Let's Go, or I can't remember. I'll share it. Okay, now this is the seasoning for my salmon. I make a blackened salmon. So it's going to be 2 teaspoons of paprika, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of dried thyme, a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and salt and pepper to taste. Now this is a big slab of salmon, so I cut it in about 7-ounce portions. And then you're just going to sprinkle your seasoning all over your salmon. Salmon is definitely my favorite fish to eat. It doesn't have a fishy flavor, and it's more meaty than any other fish that I've ever tasted. It's just so good. And then I'm going to put a little salt and pepper. You can be pretty generous with the salt. I didn't actually put enough on because a lot of it just comes off during cooking. So you can be pretty generous with your salt. Okay, now I have just a little, about 2 tablespoons of an olive oil and avocado oil blend. Then I'm going to put the seasoned side down. Actually stuck together a little bit. I only paid like $24 for this whole big thing of salmon from our Harris Teeter. They got really good meat at Harris Teeter. And the darker the salmon, the fresher it is too. The darker red it is. You notice it still has the skin on, and when you cook it this way, it gets crisp, and it's so good. Okay, so now I'm going to make a dill sauce, and I just use a little bit. I think this is a 1/4 cup of Greek yogurt. It's the non-flavor, non-fat Greek yogurt. And then I use this avocado mayonnaise. This is by Primal Kitchen. It's clean ingredients. And we need 6 tablespoons of the mayonnaise, and then a tablespoon of lemon juice, 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/8 teaspoon of salt, and you can add 2 teaspoons of water if it's too thick. Now I'm just going to stir up my Brussels sprouts a little. And you want to get it blackened, I guess you would say. And then we'll flip them over and cook the other side so that skin's nice and crisp. Okay, I'm about got all of this done. So I got my sunglasses on my head. I made the dill sauce. It has onion powder, garlic powder, dill, lemon juice. I use avocado mayonnaise. I don't use regular mayonnaise. And then 2 tablespoons of fresh dill. Did I say onion powder, garlic powder, lemon juice? And Greek yogurt, a 1/4 cup of Greek yogurt. My Brussels sprouts are almost done. I like to put a little bit of balsamic, balsamic vinegar in my Brussels sprouts. I love the way it tastes in there. You just need a drizzle of it. Really, really good on Brussels sprouts. Don't put too much because they can get too much. And then my fish is done. I'm going to throw, let's see here. I'm going to throw, I got this much left, so this will probably be another meal this week or cereal punch. And I like my fish done because I don't want no parasites up in here. So I cook it pretty much till it's done. I know that goes against a lot of fish people's senses, but I don't like uncooked fish. It's still very pink on the inside and it's flaky. And that's how, it's actually still a little pink for me. I'm gonna flip it over and cook it a little bit more. That one looks really good. I think that one's really good. I'm just gonna cook this one a little bit more. So it's not too, I don't want it too dark red. That looks too not done to me, but. So I'm just going to cook that a couple more minutes, and then I'm going to throw this on. I just had this cooking in a couple of tablespoons of this olive and avocado oil. And here it is. Looks delicious. Okay, I'm done. That was good. I am really, really full. I had about 7 ounces of salmon. I had a good serving. I don't know. It was probably a cup and a half of Brussels sprouts. And I ate, like, me and Daryl split a small piece of sourdough. So it was probably about 20 grams. So that was my dinner. And I'm going to have just a small cup of coffee. Coffee is like my dessert, you know. If I have a coffee and I put just a little bit of half and half in it and some monk fruit, just a little bit of monk fruit, it's just like my dessert. It's like if I have like a sweet craving, a cup of coffee helps me. So I'm stuffed. I have lots of salmon left. The dill sauce was really, really good. It was very dilly, but it also has avocado mayonnaise in it. So that gives it a different flavor. If you don't like avocado oil mayonnaise, you might want to use something else, but I think it's tasty. So that was it. So thanks for joining me tonight for dinner. It is so hot here. It's like close to 100 degrees. It's probably hotter than that with the humidity. But it's unbearable to be outside. My poor husband's been out there working on his truck and trying to get that going, and he's exhausted just from being outside. So I'm gonna clean up this mess, and then I think we're gonna, when it cools off, we're gonna go for a walk. I try to get a little bit of exercise in. We walk about, I don't know, I think down to the end of the road and back, it's like 0.9. It's almost a mile. And hopefully we make it without having a heat stroke. So thanks for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I will see you next time. Bye.